We live.
Okay. Kind. Shalom, Israel. All right. This is your F.O.R Shabbat class, your first one of many to come. All right. Let me salute in real quick. Everybody ready? First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh, and we do so in the name, of His Son Hamashiach Yahushua. All right. With that, it's a rant. We gotta do the rant first. All right. Let's talk about the monument, the Washington Monument camping that's going on. All right. They after us, Israel. I'm happy. I got a smile on my face. I've been waiting to be persecuted. At work, I'm persecuted because of it. I know they watch my videos. I know they do. I know they hear about me. I'm professional at work. You know what? Give me that precept. If get along with it anyway. Find that precept for me. I will get along with that because Israel, when you're out there, you can't be ignorant. All right? You're walking amongst wolves and snakes and serpents. All right? So you got to learn how to balance yourself out.
This is Matthew chapter 28, verse 19. Give ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father.
If possible, get along with all men. I love that precept. If possible, get along with all men. If possible, I'm going to get along with everyone. All right? I don't need to come at your jugular every time I see you. I don't need to tell you F you all the time. Nah, it's not like that, man. My job is on the street corner, and my job is at work. And I keep it professional when I'm out on them highways and byways, and when I go to work, I keep it professional at all times. All right? Thus, showing good discretion and good discernment and staying humble and staying in wisdom when I maneuver throughout Esau's kingdom. I'm not finna let you get me. You got to have discipline, because if you get emotional, your enemies will use it against you. And that's with anybody. That's not just your enemies. That's just your bros trying to correct you in a way to where you can humble yourself down and start thinking. Because when you're mad and you're congested like that, you can't think. All right, get that from me.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 18.
Read.
If it be possible, as much lies with you, live peaceably with all men.
If it be possible with you, live peaceably with all men. Live peaceably. But Esau got a corrupt spirit anyways. He can't live peaceably with nobody. Because in the back of his mind, he knows that if he was you, he'll kill me too. He knows that. Don't think that this man don't know that. All right? So what you got to do is stay humble, stay meek, and stay in the spirit, man. In these laws, statutes, and commandments. You got to stay in the spirit. You got to maneuver through this life, man, in the spirit of Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushua, and not giving into a Hashatan, all right, the devil, Satan. You can't give in to him. That spirit jump on you, you're going to get pissed off and go crazy. Just getting pissed. It's just a spirit. So these brothers over here in the Washington Monument, HOI, beautiful camp, ran by a Zabak, all right, a powerful priest, a powerful brother in the spirit, and I respect that man very much. The work that he's done over the years and all the videos that I've watched and all the breakdowns that I accumulated from this man in learning and knowledge and wisdom, I can't help but to show this man respect at all times, all right? He teaches the different learnings, but we both keep the law, and that's what I require from any man, is to keep the law. All right, but remember this: when you keep the law, it's also taking it personal as well, and having love and charity for one another. All right, because if you don't, all right,
No, never mind.
You got any precepts?
No.
Anybody got any precepts? No. All right, man, don't be shy. You got some precepts? Bring them out. So with that, I just want to get started with the class. We started a little bit late. I wanted to make sure a breakdown that I had was in order, was decently and in order. So that's what I had to do. So let's get ready for this prayer. We wait for the princess to get out the bathroom so we can start. Yeah, anything to say?
Oh, God.
Go.
Another one is Flint, Michigan. All right, still without clean water. All right, I was gonna talk about how it's been since 2009, but me and my Alma's read on it some more, and it wasn't true. But to go with, Donald Trump wants to pay however $1 billion for the wall, but then still doesn't want to help Flint, Michigan get some clean water. All right, that's just terrible. You wanna get so-called aliens. All right, the people who help you build these towers that you in, the people who help you build the White House that you sit in and lounge all day.
It was the Negroes, Latinos, they built that.
You want to get them out, but then still don't want to help Flint, Michigan get some more water. There you go.
You also got some things with people ranting on Facebook, talking about why them brothers was out there at the Washington Monument. Why were they out there? You know, they talking like, you know, the Northern Kingdom, those native, the tribe of Gad, or some heathens when they're not. All right, they're Israelites will prove it through the Spirit, because what I'm about to go through is going to prove it through the Spirit. They are. That's through the Spirit. What happened? What me and my rib was talking about in the room, and based off what you're talking about right now, through the Spirit, we're about to prove that the Northern Kingdom, Issachar, Naphtali, Gad, Seminole Indians, Native Indians descent, or the 10 tribes that are over here, according to their fathers. Through the Spirit, we're going to prove that. All right? Any precepts? You sure? All right? We're just waiting for somebody to get the rest from me. All right? The Torah portion is going to be good today, man. We're going to be going into the book of Exodus. All right?
Going over them laws, baby.
We're going to be just understanding the wisdom, you know, and the instructions of the Father in the book of Proverbs 1:6, verse 1-7. The instructions of the Father, you know what I mean? And just paying attention, you know, how the Most High uses people to do things. You know, because when the children of Israel came out of Egypt, what did they give them? What did the Most High give them?
Laws.
It was laws. He didn't give them religion. We're about to prove that through the Spirit. But first, let's go through our prayers.
Mariam, stand.
Mariam.
Upon Rushmore.
Look upon your Rushmore. All right, I'm getting good with my Hebrew. All right, I'm doing my best I can with this. So hey, everybody bear with me. All right? Come. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kadash. Hayah. Ben Asawam. Abo. Hawashayana. Manrad. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wala Watapara. Wala Aman. Bashir. Yahushua. Mashiach. Aman. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive. Our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. Amen. Bashir. Yahushua. Mashiach. Amen. And I pass it to the soon-to-be officer, Zanak Ariyah.
Come. Psalms 84:4, 144:15, 145, 115, and 18. Blessed are they that dwell in thy house. They will be still praising thee. Selah. Happy is that people that is in such a case. Yea, happy is that people whose Alahayah is Yahweh. I will extol thee, my Alahayah. O King, I will bless thy name forever and ever. Every day will I bless thee, and I will praise thy name forever and ever. Great is Yahweh, and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. One generation shall praise thy works to another. It shall declare thy mighty acts. I will speak of the glorious honor of the majesty, and of thy wondrous works, and men shall speak of the might of thy terrible acts, and I will declare the greatness. They shall abundantly utter the memory of the great goodness, and shall sing of thy righteousness. Yahweh is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and of great mercy. Yahweh is good to all, and his tender mercies are over all his works. All thy works shall praise thee, O Yahweh, and thy saints shall bless thee. They shall speak of the glory of thy kingdom, and talk to thy power, to make known to the sons of men of his mighty acts, and the glorious majesty of his kingdom. The kingdom is the everlasting kingdom, and thy dominion endureth throughout all generations. Yahweh upholdeth all that fall, and raiseth all of those that be bowed down. Bow down. The eyes of all that wait upon thee, and thou givest them their meat in due season. Thou openest thy hand and sanctifiest the desire of every living thing. Yahweh is righteous in all his ways, and holy in all his works. Yahweh is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. He will fulfill the desire of them that fear him, and he will also hear their cry, and will save them. Yahweh preserveth all them that love him, but all the wicked will he destroy. My mouth shall speak the praise of Yahweh, and let all flesh bless his holy name forever and ever. But he will bless the Yahweh from this time forth and forevermore. Hallelujah.
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 Bashim.
Bashim.
Yahusha.
Yahusha.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Yatazakak.
Yatazakak.
Wa Alayahaya.
Wa Alahaya.
Yaquab.
Yaquab.
Allah.
Allah.
Shadia.
Shadia.
Allah.
Allah.
Ayawam.
Ayawam.
Gamal.
Gamal.
Kasadayam.
Kasadayam.
Barak.
Barak.
Atha.
Atha.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Magan.
Magan.
Abariyam.
Abariyam.
Gabawarwa.
Gabawarwa.
Atha.
Atha.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Gabor.
Gabor.
Ayawalam.
Ayawalam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Makaya.
Makaya.
Mathayim.
Mathayim.
Wamya.
Wamya.
Dawama.
Dawama.
Laka.
Laka.
Malak.
Malak.
Hayawalam.
Hayawalam.
Mamayath.
Mamayath.
Wamakaya.
Wamakaya.
Barak.
Barak.
Atha.
Atha.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Makaya.
Makaya.
Mathayim.
Mathayim.
Kodawashath.
Kodawahash.
Shem Yahweh.
Shem Yahweh.
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 Atha.
Atha.
Kadayash.
Kadayash.
Washemka.
Washimka.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Waka.
Waka.
Dawayashim.
Dawayamyash.
Bakal.
Bakal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Halawaka.
Halawaka.
Salah.
Salah.
Saprir.
Saprir.
Barak.
Barak.
Atha.
Atha.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Halaya.
Halaya.
Haka.
Haka.
Dawash.
Dawash.
Blessed are you.
Blessed are you.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Power of our fathers.
Power of our father.
The power of Abraham.
Power of Abraham.
Power of Isaac.
Power of
And
Isaac.
the power of Jacob.
The power of Jacob.
Almighty power.
Almighty power.
Most high power.
Most high power.
Who bestows mercy.
Who bestows mercy.
Blessed are you.
Blessed are you.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shield of Abraham.
Shield of Abraham.
You are mighty Yahweh.
You are mighty Yahweh.
Forever.
Forever.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Who receives the dead.
Who receives the
Salah.
dead.
Salah. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Who revives the dead.
Who revives the dead.
Who is comparable to you.
Who is comparable to you.
King of eternity.
King of eternity.
Who calls death.
Who calls death.
And gives life.
And gives life.
Blessed are you.
Blessed are you.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Who gives life.
Who gives life
To the dead.
to the dead.
You are holy Yahweh.
You are holy Yahweh.
And your name is holy.
And your name is holy.
And the holy ones.
And the holy ones
Every day.
every day
Praise you.
praise you.
Forever.
Forever.
Blessed are you.
Blessed are you.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The power is holy.
The power is holy.
Bashim.
Bashim.
Yahusha.
Yahusha.
Mashiach.
Hamashiach.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, this is the anointing prayer. Come on. Set the order.
Order gonna be Shapio, Yashia, Zoe, Paka, me. Matter of fact, no. Paka, Zoe, Yashia, Shapio, me.
This first line is gonna, you're gonna have to just say the name after I say Ka, and then I'm gonna tell you what to say. Okay, number 6, 24 to 26. Yah, Barak, Ka, Yahweh, Washamar, Ka.
Shapio Gabar.
Marikai.
Zanakaria. Yashar,
Yahweh,
Banyaw, Alaka, Wasalaka,
Shapio Gabar.
Marikai.
Zanakaria. Yasha'a, Yahweh, Banyaw, Alaka, Waya, Sham, Laka, Shalom.
Shapio Gabar.
Marikai.
Zanakaria. Bashim,
Yahshai,
Mashiach,
Aman.
Yahweh, bless thee, and keep thee, Aman. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee, be gracious unto thee, Aman. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee, and give thee peace, Aman. It's the last three. Last three prayers of the Maga. All right. Abadah, Ratazah, Yahweh, Aliyanawa, Amak, Yashar, Wabath Palana, Wabath, Pala, Lanawa, Washa, Af, Awadah, Balaka, Makodashka, Washa, Banya, Zadawa, Ban Asharan, Barak, Atha, Yahweh, Hashabat, Habawadah, Bayafka, Ashananka, Madawiyum, Anaknawa, Laka, Yahweh, Alinawa, Alalum, Magan, Hashanawa, Shayam, Grant. Wait, so it says Grant. I don't know why. But Shalom, Tawabah, Waraka, Kam, Kasabad, Warakayim, Alawala, Whale, Koyorasha, Call your Rashla, Amaka, be favorable, Yahweh, to your people, Yasharala, to our prayers, restore the service of your holy house, restore the sons, Say again?
Come on. It's okay.
No, you said it. I want to, so I can get it right. Yeah. Zada. Son of Aaron. Blessed are you. Yahweh. That restores the service of your house to your priest. We thank you, Yahweh. Our power. Forever. Shield of our salvation. Hasharam, Mayan, Azariah, Mayum, Yahweh, Asha, Shemayim, Wa, Aratazah, La'a, Yatan, Lamawat, Ragarka, La'a, Yanuwam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yawam, Wa, La'a, Yashan, Shawamar, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Yad, Yashamaka, Yawiyum, Hashamash, La'a, Yatazah, Wabarak, Ba, La Yala, Yahweh, Yashamar, Makal, Ra, Yashamar, Af, Napashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Yatazaka, Wabaka, Ma'if, Wait, Azwan. Gonna get Psalms 121.
What?
Psalms 121.
Psalms 121?
Come.
And what?
Start from the top.
This is Psalms, chapter 121 from the top. A song of degrees. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my people. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore.
Bashem,
Yahushua,
Mashiach,
Amen.
Psalm 92, don't repeat. A psalm for the Shabbat day. It is a good thing to give thanks unto Yahweh, and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High, to shew forth thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness every night. Upon an instrument of 10 strings, and upon the pastry, upon the harp with the palstry, upon a harp with the Solomon sound. For you, Yahweh, hast made me glad through thy work. I'll triumph in thy works of thy hands. Yahweh, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. Brutish man knoweth not, neither doeth a fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, with all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, Yahweh, art most high forevermore. For lo, thine enemies, Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies shall perish. All the works of iniquity shall be scattered. But my horn shalt thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. Mine eye also shall see my desire, my enemies, and my ears shall hear my desire. Of the wicked that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree, and shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of Yahweh shall flourish in the courts of Allahayah. They shall still bring forth in old age, and shall be flat and flourishing, to shew that Yahweh is upright and is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him. Bashem, Yahushua, Mashiach, Amen. Start. Shemai, Yasharallah, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Echad, Wabathia, Af, Allahayaka, Bakal, Labaka, Wabalashika, Wabakal, Ma'atka, Ahanya, Habarayim, Washabath, Alahayim, Asherah, Anka, Balakwaska, Hayawum, Labaka, Washamath, Labaka, Wabaratha, Bam, Washakatha, Baba Yashika, Wabalashika, Barak, Washabathka, Wabakamaka, Wakasharalam, La Ariyaka, Wamanya, Latpaf, Fun, Yun, Anka, Wabakatham,
Wabakatham,
Amariath,
Amariah,
Bayathka,
Bayathka,
Wabah,
Wabah,
Sharkah,
Shaka,
Bashim,
Bashim,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Mashiach,
Mashiach,
Amen.
Amen.
Hero Israel,
Hero Israel,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
our God is one,
our God is one.
Thou shalt love,
Thou shalt love
thy God,
thy God,
with all thy heart,
with all thy heart,
with all thy soul,
with all thy soul,
with all thy might,
with all thy might.
These words,
These words,
which I command thee,
which I command thee,
this day, shall be in thy heart,
shall be in thy heart,
and thou shalt teach them,
and thou shalt teach them
diligently to thy children, shall talk of them,
shall talk of them,
when thou sittest in thine house,
when thou sittest in thy house,
when thou walkest by the way,
when thou walkest by the
when
way,
thou liest down,
when thou liest down,
when thou risest up,
when thou risest up,
thou shalt bind them,
thou shalt bind them
for a sign,
for a sign
upon thy hand,
upon thy hand,
and they shall be frontlets,
and they shall be frontlets
between thine eyes,
between thine eyes,
and thou shalt write them,
and thou shalt write them
upon the posts
posts
of the house,
of the house,
and on thy gates,
and on thy gates.
Bashim,
Bashim,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Mashiach,
Mashiach,
Amen.
Amen.
Yahshua, you should be seated.
We see. I can't stand up. I'll do the registry. Help them out with another.
Yahshua,
Yashia, Ban, Jose, Ban,
Ariel,
Karim, Ban,
Yashala, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bashim,
Bashim,
Yahushua,
Yershad,
Mashiach,
Mashiach,
Amen.
Amen.
Call it out. Come on.
Amadio,
Amadium.
Barak, Yahweh Bashim Yashabrakatum,
Yahweh Shabrakatah.
There you go. So we're gonna go to Exodus 18 and start at 1. Remember, Jethro was Moses' father-in-law. All right.
You almost did. Second book.
in the front.
Okay, found it. What chapter?
18 verse
Okay, we're gonna go Exodus 18, 1 to
27. Reading 1 to 27.
Come, I was saying the chapter.
Yeah,
Go to
chapter 18, verse 1 to 27.
We're on chapter 27.
No.
I was
Verse
saying
1.
chapters that we're going to.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to read 20.
20, verse 18.
Yeah, 18, 19, and 20.
Does it go down or goes back?
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Exodus
Nice
chapter
and loud, please.
Exodus chapter 18 verse 1. Jethro beneath
When Jethro, the priest,
Jethro the priest to Moses his
Median. Median.
Of Midian, Moses' father-in-law heard of all that God had done for Moses and for Israel his people, and that the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt. Verse 2. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her back, and her 2 sons, of which the name of the one was Gershom, for he said, I have been an alien in a strange land.
Okay.
And the name of the other was Eliezer, for the God of my father said he was mine help and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moses into the wilderness, where he encamped at the mount of God.
So Moses' father came with Moses' children and Moses' wife. Read.
And he said unto Moses, I thy father-in-law go and come unto thee, and thy wife and her 2 sons with her. And Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and did obedience and kissed him, and they asked each other of their welfare, and they came into the tent.
Now let's straighten this out real quick. A lot of people will run into this precept right here, and they'll be like, "What? He kissed him? Oh, they're homos." Because he said, and Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and did obedience and kissed him, and they asked each other of their welfare, and they came into the tent. So take that out of context too. So let's go to the Hebrew, right? In the Strong's H7812 reference, is a deep respect for someone. He came out and he was given a deep respect. Let's finish this real quick and I'll break it down. Watch this. A deep respect for someone or something. Synonyms for reverence is great respect, recognition, honor, liking, affection, or adoration. So what Moses did, it is like we do when we see the elder, shalom, and then he kissed him. What was a kiss? It was a spiritual kiss. How we like this? Boom, boom. He showed him reverence. He showed him respect, like we show each other respect because we're happy to see you. Shalom, giving him reverence, giving him respect. So that's what happened. So keep reading.
And Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done unto Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and all travail that had come upon them by the way, and how the Lord delivered them.
Keep reading.
And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which the Lord had done to Israel, when he had delivered out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Jethro said, Blessed be the Lord who hath delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians and out the hand of Pharaoh, who hath delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians.
So the Egyptians' hands were always on them. So imagine swiping, they ain't there no more. He delivered them from under the hands of the Egyptians. They can't put their hands on the Israelites no more. All right? So just like we was through the spirit, we was talking about when the children of Israel came out of Egypt, what the Most High give them, religion or laws, we're about to run into it. Read.
Verse 11. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods, for in the thing wherein they dealt proudly, he was about them.
He was above them.
Above them.
So wherein they dwelt proudly, he was above them. when he said wherein they dealt proudly, they was acting like nobody was going to save Israel. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing today. Wherein they dealt proudly against us. They all out there at the Washington Monument, they dealing proudly. Like, man, fuck these niggas, man. Yeah. And Esau and his pride, man, the pride of Esau, man. They deal pridefully with us. You know what I mean? And they were surrounding us. When you watch the video, the whole video, they were surrounding us. You know what I mean? Hey, didn't I post that on the chat?
Yeah.
The video? Post that on the here. Post that video on the here, man. Of the whole video of the monument, that whoever's watching, that you're going to see what happened at the monument with the whole video. Because you know, Esau like to just show little clips to make everybody look bad. Esau always want to make everybody else look bad, but not himself. I mean, then they want to deem us terrorists. I don't know how you deem somebody a terrorist with their mouth. You go to 7 continents and kill people, and you still don't deem yourself a terrorist, man. You're an unrighteous brother, man. Read.
Verse 12. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering sacrifice for God. And Aaron came and all the elders of Israel to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before God. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning unto the evening.
So, watch this, read.
And when Moses' father-in-law saw all he did to people, he said, What is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand by thee from morning unto evening?
So you know what he meant by that? He said, Why sittest thou thyself alone? What do you think he meant by that?
Why sittest thou thyself alone?
Alone, yeah. What do you think he meant by that?
I think he meant by apart from everybody else.
I thought that too when I first read it, but through the Spirit, let's read. We're going to find out.
Verse 15. And Moses said unto his father-in-law, Because the people from unto me to inquire of God.
What verse you on?
Verse 15.
Okay, go ahead.
And Moses said unto his father-in-law, Because the people come unto me to inquire of God.
Inquire of God. Go ahead, read. Say it.
Inquire of God.
Keep reading.
Verse 16. When they have a matter, they come unto me, and I judge between one and another, and I do make them know to statists.
I make them know
The statutes of God and his laws.
Read.
And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, The thing that thou doest is not good.
The thing that thou doest?
The thing that thou doest is not good.
So you think he's telling Moses that by him judging those people by himself is a bad thing? Is he saying that? What is he saying?
He's saying that.
What do you think he's saying, man? Because he said, why are you doing it?
I think he said that because when it says in verse 16, and I do make them known that the statutes and God's and his laws.
Yeah, that's good. But now his dad is saying that thou doest is not good.
He's saying that to judge people is not good.
He's not saying that. I'll tell you what he said. What he's telling Moses is Moses judging everybody by himself is not good. Imagine judging all them damn people by yourself. That's not good. Who can judge all those people by yourself? That one person? Judge. They're about to start a whole new nation. Now this man got to judge everybody by themselves. That's just like when Yahweh Shai come. the 12 disciples are going to be sitting in the chair of judgment judging Israel. He's not coming by himself. Read.
Verse 17. And Moses' father-in-law said, okay, never mind. Verse 18. Thou wilt.
Start there, start 17.
Okay. And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, the thing that thou doest is not good. Thou wilt surely wear away.
Thou wilt wear away. Yeah, you're going to get tired. Read.
Both thou and this people that is with thee, for this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone.
See? He's trying to get him to understand that he can't be judging all these people again. Right? He needs help. Keep reading.
Verse 19. Hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel, and God shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to Godward, that thou mayest bring the causes unto God.
So go to Proverbs 1, and I think it's like 9. Hey, exalt her, exalt wisdom, and she will exalt you. Remember that. Precept. Hear thy father's instructions. I think it said. It's a little louder, Bible Musha.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 8. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother.
So don't forget the law of thy mother. Man. He's talking about this wisdom. She's a mother unto you. The Father, which is Yahweh, and Yahweh sets up these days. So if Yahweh set up these days, Yahweh set for that man to tell that to Moses. He see how much Moses reverences him. Moses got much respect for that man. It's not his real father. His real father is a Levite. So if the Most High sets these days up, he set that for that man to do that. Now let's see if Moses listened to that man. That's the thing. The Most High sets days up. And you got to know wisdom. Once you know wisdom, it'll come out and you'll feel it when somebody's telling you something. Because you can get wisdom from another nation. You really can. You know what I mean? But it gets weird. But keep reading.
Verse 20. And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and that shall show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do.
He's saying you got to do and walk in them. Read. That's personal.
Verse 20.
You got to do and walk in them. You have to take them personal. Read.
Verse 21. And moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating
covetousness. You know what covetousness is? It's a lusting, wanting what somebody else has. That's covetousness. Read.
And place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10.
So check this out. Father-in-law surprised. He's surprised how the people are following Moses like that. Like he's a shepherd. Moses go over here, they go over here. Wherever Moses go, they go. He was moving just like that. You know what I mean? And he noticed that the people were following him like sheep. All right? Watch this.
Verse 20.
What Moses' father-in-law noticed was Moses had no help judging the people, and he wanted to help Moses by giving him instructions and understanding on how to minimize the complaints that reached Moses. So if you get rulers And we're going to go into that. Rulers are, he said, able men. These are men of valor, respectable men. He wants to anoint men of valor, some respectable men, to be rulers over these people. And remember, Israel came out of Egypt. The Most High gave them laws, statutes, and judgments. Now they need to build an army. That's what he's about to build. Moses is about to build an army now. Because now that you have a nation, you need an army. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 22. And let them judge the people at all seasons. And it shall be that every great matter thou shalt bring upon thee, but every small matter thou shalt judge, so shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee.
You see? He's gonna get other people. He's giving Moses some instructions, man, to bear the burden with the other people. No, for the other people to bear the burden of Moses. Oh, read.
Verse 23. And thou shalt do this thing, and God commanded thee, so then thou shalt be able to earn. And all this people shall also go to their place in peace.
So he said, then thou shalt be able to endure, able to last. He wants Moses to be able to last through this and judge all the people. So Moses is about to build him an army, or officers, captains, sergeants, officers, soldiers. You know what I mean? You can't just have a chief with no Indians. Not a bunch of chiefs.
Now he ain't gonna judge all those people either himself.
Exactly. And that's what you do. He said officers, and then he said captains over sergeants, sergeants over officers, officers over soldiers. Right? Read.
Verse 24. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law and did all that he said. And Moses chose able men out of Israel and made them heads over the people, rulers of 1,000, rulers of 100, rulers of 50s, and rulers over 10s. 26.
You got it.
And they judged the people at all seasons. The hard causes they brought unto Moses, but every small matter they judged themselves.
They judged themselves.
And Moses.
So he brought the big matters to Moses, but all the small matters they handled them themselves. One of the small matters, all right? Little diet, you know what I'm saying? Or brothers hating one another, you know what I mean? Counsel like that, or family, wife, husband. Those are considered small matters. Then when you got killing your brother, or somebody's not understanding, scripture, and the officer don't understand it, you got to bring the big problems to them. Read.
Verse 27. And Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way into his own land.
He was just there to help him do something. Most High set that man in, but he listened. He listened. All right. He listened to his father-in-law. It's not his real father, right? It's his father-in-law. So that goes with a lot of things with you. That goes with everybody. Do you have to listen to your father-in-law? Yes, especially when he's coming with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You do. If Moses can do it, what more us? So that's the end. Let's go. Mario.
All right.
He gonna help you out.
Okay.
Good.
Anaisha.
Kashra. Dabari How. Anaisha. Wanashma. All they y'all said. What we doing here? All right, next reader. You're registering.
Hashapio Gabar, Ba Merle, Ba Yahawada, Ba Yasharala.
Mario. Barak.
Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Brakatham.
Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Barakatah. Chapter 19.
All right, very well. Shoot to the stars, buddy.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19 and verse 1. In the 3rd month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. For they were departed from Rephidim.
Sinai, the mountain of thorns and judgment. All right, read.
For they were
under
departed.
the rod. That's what you're gonna pass under the rod. So we don't know if the Sinai will be the mountain, but we're gonna go to the wilderness. You know what I'm saying?
People be able to get smacked up.
I'm taking my judgment like a straight soldier, but let's go.
For they were departed from Rephidim and were come to the desert of Sinai, and had pitched in the wilderness, and there Israel camped before the mountain. And Moses went up unto God, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people.
Above all people. Read.
For all the earth is mine, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation.
A kingdom of priests, a separate nation. Holy means separate. A kingdom of priests, principal officers. All right, so priests mean principal officers, stewards. All right, read.
These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And Moses came for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these words which the Lord commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, All that the Lord has spoken, we will do.
Read.
And Moses.
Ka Asherah, the Bar Yahweh, and Nagashai, when I Shema. All that Yahweh said, what we do in here. Same thing. Read.
And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Moses, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go unto the people, and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the 3rd day. For the 3rd day the Lord will come down in sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai. And thou shalt set bounds unto the people round about, saying, Take heed to yourselves, that ye go not up into the mount, or touch the border of it. Whosoever toucheth the mount.
He said, don't go past it. If he said this tree, don't go past that tree. Those are the bounds. You're out of bounds if you go over there. When you're out of bounds, you're going to get a penalty. And this is the penalty. Read.
Whosoever toucheth the mount shall be surely put to death.
So he don't want them to go up. Because somebody probably trying to, Mokai say that, because if you don't say that, people are going to try to run up there and look at the Most High and die. Because this righteousness is too great for us. We can't bear the sight of them. Read.
There, verse 13. There shall not a hand touch it, but he shall surely be stoned or shot through, whether it be beast or man. It shall not live. When the trumpet soundeth long, they shall come up to the mount. And Moses. And when the trumpet sounded long, they shall come up to the mount. And Moses went down from the mount unto the people, and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. And he said unto the people, Be ready against the 3rd day. Come not at your wives. And it came to pass on the 3rd day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings, and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with God.
God.
And they stood at the nether part of the mount. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly.
Oh, there goes that furnace. There goes that furnace. Read.
And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long and waxed louder and louder, Moses spake, and God answered him by a voice. And the Lord came down upon Mount Sinai on the top of the mount. And the Lord called Moses up to the top of the mount. And Moses went up. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go down, charge the people, lest they break through unto the Lord to gaze.
Give them instructions before they break these bounds to come up to gaze at me. Read.
And many of them perish. Verse 22.
And what?
And many of them perish.
So some people got hard-headed. They wanted to see. So we in the wilderness, and you're being told not to do something, don't do it. So you got to rehearse that right now. If you're being told not to do something, don't do it. That means in Egypt, they didn't listen at all. The Most High is going to get rid of you by your own folly. Something that you do all the time, he knows how to get rid of you. All right, cool. Y'all got a bad relationship. Let's see. I will make them two go to the well and get some water. First one argue, it's done. You won't know how to get rid of you. Really. Because he don't want that. Right? He don't want grudging. He don't want people fighting and arguing. All right? He's coming to get rid of people, man. It's just, we don't need everybody. All we need is 144,000. You know, so that's why I pray that if I'm out of the elect, I'm out of 1/3. That's it. Keep going.
Verse 22. And let the priests also which come near to the Lord sanctify themselves, lest the Lord break forth upon them. And Moses said unto the Lord, The people cannot come up to Mount Sinai, for thou chargest us, saying, Set bounds about the mount and sanctify it. And the Lord said unto him, Away, get thee down, and thou shalt come up, thou and Aaron with thee. But let not the priests and the people break through to come up unto the Lord, lest he break forth upon them. So Moses went down unto the people and spake unto them. End of the chapter.
Mariam?
That's what happened right there, man. All right. Let's go.
Kal Shara.
Kal Shara.
Debar Yahweh.
Debar Yahweh.
Naisha.
Naisha.
Wanah Shema.
Wanah Shema.
All that Yahweh said.
All that Yahweh said.
What we doing here?
What we doing here?
All right.
Go ahead, you go read.
Zinakaria, Ban Marakad, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yasharal.
Mario, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yashar Brakatam.
Yahweh Hashem Yashar Brakatam.
Okay.
Come. All right, this is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 1.
We're going to read to us like it. We're going to read to Exodus 20.
Read to 18, right?
Hold up. Give me a second. Exodus 20. Let's start at 23. We'll read to 26. What?
You start at 23?
Yep. That's what it says.
Okay.
And then you're going to read us Isaiah 6. You're going to do the seraphim.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 23.
Read.
You shall not make with me gods of silver, neither shall you make unto you gods of gold. An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shalt sacrifice thereon thy burnt offering.
So this is some of the things that Yahweh was telling Moses up there. He was going over him with some things, some sacrifices and everything. He's giving them laws. Sacrifice. And how to do sacrifice. Read.
And thy peace offering, thy sheep and thy oxen, and all thy places where I record my name. And I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, and thou shalt not build it of hewn stone, for if thou lift up thy tool upon it, that it has polluted it, neither shalt thou go up by my steps unto mine altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon.
I was saying 20. Go ahead and salute out Isaiah. Those are sacrifices, altar, and how to build it, and everything in there. What to do and not to do. You know what I mean? Read. Go ahead.
Kal Shara,
the
Bari Hau,
Yahweh,
Anai Shah, When Shema. All that Yahweh said, will be doing here.
Okay, so now we're going out of there. We're going to Isaiah, so we don't need to salute it no more. But I'm going to both of y'all reading. So we're going to go back and forth. All right. Set.
Isaiah what?
Isaiah 6. Or correlate the northern kingdom and how correlate the northern kingdom to the southern kingdom, and to the prophecy of how the northern kingdom knew about Yahweh. Right? All right. Chapter 6.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 6.
Does not go first.
Oh, come.
Isaiah chapter 6, verse 1.
Read.
In the year that the king Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Above it stood the seraphims. Each one had 6 wings. So what's a seraphim?
We'll get it. It's a flying serpent.
A seraphim. Each one has 6 wings.
Fiery flying serpent. But we'll get to that.
Oh.
Okay. Go ahead.
Each one has 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly. And one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts, and the whole earth is full of his glory. And the posts of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke. Then said I, Woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For mine eyes have seen the King of the Lord of hosts.
For I have seen the King of the Lord of hosts. Right? So let's go real quick. The one thing how can you prove that the Bible is real?
Prophecy.
Exactly. Prophecy. Go to John 12 and 37. Let's prove that John was talking about Yahweh.
This is the book of John, chapter 12 and verse 37. But though he had done so many miracles before him, yet they believed not on him, that the saying of Esaias the prophet might be fulfilled, which he spake, Lord, who hath believed our report.
So Yahweh is who the world ignorantly calls Christ, has done many works in front of all of us, and the people still to this day, they don't believe it. Just like back then, they don't believe it. And then they still didn't believe him or who he was. All right, read 38 again.
That the saying of Esaias the prophet might be fulfilled, which he spake, Lord, who hath believed our report, and to whom hath the arm of the Lord been revealed.
Now, when you do this with precept upon precept, it's going to come together, right? The arm of the Lord is dealing with Yahushai, Yahweh. That's the arm of the Lord. Because when you go into 38, the Isaiahs might be fulfilled, which he spake, the Lord who hath believed or reported, and to whom hath the arm of the Lord been revealed. The arm of the Lord is talking about Yahushai. All right, go to 39.
Come. Verse 39. Therefore, they could not believe. That Isaiah said again.
So what is he talking about? They weren't going to be able to see or perceive spiritually. Basically, they would have a hard heart. So that was going to happen. So they have a hard heart.
Come.
All right, read the 40.
He had verse 40. He had blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I should heal them.
So the point, I'm going to tell you the point yet, but they weren't going to be able to perceive anything or, understand anything or take anything seriously. All right.
Come.
41.
Come. Verse 41. These things said Isaiah when he saw his glory and spake of him.
So he saw his glory. That smoke when he was looking, that smoke, he saw his glory. All right. So this is John speaking and has quoted Isaiah 6. It is evident John is quoting the chapter 6 of Isaiah. John is telling you how Isaiah is seeing the Lord's glory, because this happens in Isaiah 6 chapter. All right. Let me see. Go to Isaiah 6 and 1. And we're going to cover the twain and everything else.
Isaiah 6 and 1.
Yeah.
So Isaiah chapter 6, verse 1. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. And above it stood the seraphims. Each one had 6 wings. With twain is covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly.
Keep reading.
And one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts, and the whole earth is full of his glory.
So stop. With twain, with 2. With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly. All right. So when you look up this word seraphim, it is a Hebrew word for serpent, fiery serpent. All right. A poisonous serpent. All right. It's in the Hebrew 83:14, fiery serpent, poisonous serpent, majestic beings with 6 wings, human hands or voices, in attendance upon the Most High. So it's dealing with a feather serpent. Some people will ask, how can this add up to being Yahushua? Can you see how this, can you ask yourself how this is being added to Yahushua? Wings, tell me. Go ahead. I gave you to a chance real quick. I didn't, when I started right now, like, oh, that's how it was.
Read it again. You say that again. You said this.
I said some people will ask, how does this add up to being Yahushua?
That the snakes are Yahushua?
How does it add up?
Well, one because the snake was with Yahweh, and he said, holy, holy, holy for the Lord.
Understand these precepts add up to history. And history is what is given you.
The Aztecs, they had the flying serpent.
And what was he called?
He was called.
So what I want to do is, I want to give you the Northern Kingdom. Let's mention them, and let's mention somebody called Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl, all right? All right, so when you deal with the Northern Kingdom, when reading the Apocrypha and many other prophets, you'll see that the Northern Kingdom came to America. there are prophecies that said he was going to visit the northern kingdom because of their sins, right? He's going to visit them. And visit them, in which he did by the way of a character, Quetzalcoatl. The Aztecs called him this. The Mayans called him Kikokin. The Mayans called him Kikokin. All right. Even the natives had a messianic figure called the same. So all of them had a messianic figure. It was crazy, right?
That's how they knew.
Watch this.
So the seraphim.
They all had this guy.
You see? You see? Oh.
Let me just see it.
I'm already looking at it.
That's Quetzalcoatl. Pay attention to the picture. Watch this. The Aztecs, the Mayans, and the Native Indians all had this. All right. So I'm gonna give you the definition of Quetzalcoatl too. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sick, so you have to bear with me. All right. Quetzalcoatl, a featured serpent from as depicted in Codex Tolerano Reminiscences. Let me see. In this post-classic period, 915 AD, the worship of the feathery serpent deity was based in the primary Mexican religious center of Cholula. It is in this period that the deity is known to have been named Quetzalcoatl by his Nahua followers in the Maya area. He was approximately equivalent. Here, read that. My boy's cracking. Start from the top.
Post-classic period, 915-1980. The worship of the feather red serpent deity was based on the primary Mexican religious center of Cholula.
Yeah.
It is in this period that the deity is known to have been named Quetzalcoatl by his Nuha followers in the Maya area. He was approximately equivalent of Kukulkan and Gukuzumans, names that also roughly translate as feathered serpent in different Mayan languages. Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec god of wind, air, and learning, wears around his neck the wind bracelet.
So this Quetzalcoatl gave them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He gave them an example on how to live. Read.
The wind breastplate, the Quetzalcoatl, the spirally vaulted wind jewel made in a conch shell.
So basically, the image that I showed you, if you paid attention to it, on his left side, you look at the picture and be on his right, but it's his left side. It has a spear dug into it. Who nothing but our Savior, how we shot in the world, who calls Christ, has a spear stuck into his left side. They knew about Christ, man. What's this? It also, go ahead.
You said this is also flying around?
No, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. It's just a metaphor. It's just metaphorically speaking. It also is mentioned in the book of Madan that pierced his side, and water comes out, right? In the book of Matthew, it mentions that, right? In the book of Matthew, chapter, find that, Sean. I don't know if I can find it. So let me show him another image real quick. Let me see. This is what the Mayans had. Right here. This Quetzalcoatl carrying his cross. Why is it Quetzalcoatl carrying his cross? Did our Lord carry his cross to the crucifixion? Quetzalcoatl is also carrying his cross. How can this be? If they're here and they know about it way over there, how do they know about this? You got to put that together, right? Now, you know it refers to Yahweh Shai as the feathered serpent. Let's go. Watch this. I'm going to show you something. Go there. Hey, drop that real quick. Matter of fact, give me Numbers 21 and 8. I just want to show you that Yahweh Shai is referred to as the feathery serpent. So now, give me John 3 and 14.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 21 and verse 8. And the Lord said unto Moses, make thee a fiery serpent, and set it upon a pole. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he looketh upon it, shall live.
Is that 9? Go to 9.
And Moses made a serpent of brass,
Right.
and put it upon a pole.
Right.
And it came to pass
Right.
that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived.
So how's Yahweh Shai referred to as a serpent? Being bit by Yahweh Shai on his law. Right? And people was being bitten. So they had to look at that fiery serpent, that brass serpent. They didn't make a white one. It was a brass one. All right. So the people was being bit, and that brass serpent resembled Yahweh Shai. Go ahead and read that tonight.
John 3 and 18. He that believeth on him.
And this is an introduction. This is an introduction to Yahweh Shai coming from the book of Numbers. Read.
He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he has not believed.
That's John 3 and 14.
Oh, you said John 3 and 14?
Yeah.
John chapter 3, verse 14. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
That's how it's the introduction right there. All right, it's a correlation there. It's the prelude to that right there. You got Numbers saying the same thing, and you go to precept upon precept, go to John, they're saying the same thing that Moses is saying. That's how you can tell. Prophecy, precept upon precept, they're saying the same thing, and Yahweh Shai was lifted up just like that serpent. So when the people are bitten by Yahweh Shai, it's the people that are walking and doing the same thing as Yahweh Shai did. All right? Now let's go back to Isaiah 6 and 3.
Isaiah 6, verse 3. And one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the posts of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke. Then said I, Woe is me, for I am undone.
So the smoke, the smoke, this is talking about the Lord's glory. All right, talking about the kingdom. The smoke, that was the Lord's glory. And when he said, Woe is me, for I am undone. Right, let's go to the Strongs real quick. Now that you finish reading that. In the Hebrew 18 and 20, undone in the Hebrew, to cease, cut off, destroy, undone, perish. So what Isaiah was saying basically is like, he's not worthy to see that, man. I'm going to perish. That's humility right there. He's like, I'm not even worthy to see this shit. Why am I seeing this? That's what he's saying. Read. What verse you want?
Verse 5.
Go ahead.
Because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King of the Lord of hosts. Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken out of the tongs from off the altar. And he laid it upon my mouth, and said, Lo, this hath touched thy lips, for thine iniquity is taken thy wicked.
So that
iniquity.
coal is a purifying agent. That coal is like they use inside of the temples and everything to purify things. That coal is a purifying. Go to 48 and
You
10.
put on his tongue?
Yeah, watch this. Go to Isaiah 48 and 10. Hasham and Gubor.
That didn't hurt. That didn't hurt.
It was more symbolic. And he was in a dream, and that was more hurt. Most time the one that hurt.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 48, and verse 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silk. I have chosen thee in the furnace of a was that the?
Yeah, that was good. Because it was those coals he took out of the furnace.
Oh, come.
He took out of the furnace. And that's what we're going to be cleansed with. The coals from that fiery furnace, man. Either you're going to come out gold or you're going to come out silver. That's how you purge it. You got to heat it up. And this is this heat out here on these highways and byways, man. Can't be scared. We got to be toes. We got to be thinking, man. We got to think. Somebody come up with a subject. It's up to me to comprehend the subject and bring it out. Y'all just be thinking like, cool, I can come up with some precepts because, hey, through the spirit, we just got to be ready. It's going to be hot out there. Now, it's going to be hot out there. It's going to be hot. They after our jugglers now. And happy are thee who are afflicted for thy name's sake. Oh, I'm happy. I just want to keep smiling. Like, okay, here it goes. This is what I've been studying for. This is what I've been, many a nights to do, man, just to prove people wrong. That's it, man. So, let me go another place. Matthew 3:11. Get that so loud. Okay, Matthew 3:11. And give me John 1:29. In fact, I don't need John. Just give me this.
This is Matthew chapter 3, verse 11. I indeed baptize you with water unto repentance, but he that cometh after me is mightier than I, whose shoes am I not worthy to bear. He shall baptize you with the Holy Ghost and with fire.
So, this is how you're going to be baptized, with the Holy Ghost and with fire. The fire is that affliction for us. Those brothers out there by the Washington Monument, that fire. See how the fire was getting close? It closed. The white boys is getting closer and closer. That was fire, man. And they held their own. Boy, it was. Because most brothers are snap. Bah! You know what I'm saying? That's that fiery furnace. And in the home, that's fire. When you're dealing with the fire with your mom, you got to be able to handle that and come out as gold or silver. You got to see you handling it. Everybody is being judged and everybody's in the fire in the house. That's how you're going to be judged. All right? Was you handling it properly? You know what I'm saying? What you doing? All right? Yeah, give me that John 1:29. Okay. Matter of fact, no, slide. Let me see. Go back to that, so not Isaiah 16. Where'd you start at?
Verse 7. And he laid it upon my mouth and said, Lo, this hath touched thy lips.
Stop there real quick. Slide. All right, go ahead.
And he laid it upon my mouth and said, Lo, this hath touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged.
God. Thy iniquity is taken away, and thy sins purged. That's how you do it with this fire, this affliction, man. He's going to purge it. Everything that's about to go on, he's going to do. All right? What was that?
That was verse 7.
Verse 7. 6. Go to Oh, I don't know how you really do that. Keep talking. All right, so now keep reading.
Also, I heard the voice of the Lord saying,
What verse you want?
8.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Also, I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and whom will go for us? Then I said, here am I send me. And he said, go, and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see their eyes, and hear with their ears.
At least they see with their eyes. Go ahead.
Unless they see. And make their eye.
Start with 10.
Make the heart of this people fat, and make their eyes heavy, and shut their eyes.
Make their ears heavy.
Make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitants, and the houses without men, and the land utterly desolate.
Right.
And the Lord have removed men far away, and there be a great forsaking in the midst of the land.
Ooh, and the Lord have removed men far away, and there will be a great forsaking in the midst of the land. Read.
But yet in it shall be a tent, and it shall return, and shall be eaten as a teal tree, and the oak whose substance is in them, when they cast their leaves, so the holy seed shall be substance thereof.
That's the end of that. Number 7, chapter 7, chapter.
Isaiah.
Yeah. 7, verse 1 to 6.
This is Isaiah.
You know, you got Jeroboam and Rehoboam. Rehoboam was, who's King Solomon's son? Jeroboam and Rehoboam. It's just the bow.
Rehoboam.
Yeah, the bow is messing me up, so I gotta read it again.
Rehoboam.
But the son of Uzziah, king of Judah, that Rezin the king of Syria, and Pekah, the son of Remaliah, king of Israel, went up towards Jerusalem to war against it, but could not prevail against it. Why? Keep going.
And it was told the house of David, saying, Syria is confederate with Ephraim, and its heart was moved, and the heart of his people, as the trees of the wood, are moved with the wind.
So that was taken back, like, what the fuck? The northern kingdom was about to go up against us like that? That's what they doing now. Like, move, like, man, you already see what's about to happen. They get no Issachar's helmet. So Issachar wants to be on the side where they don't mess with him. So he's about to go prophetically. They're about to go with Syria, which is the so-called white man. They're going against us. It's just like they're using it in the 3rd degree. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Then said the Lord unto Isaiah, Go forth now to meet Ahab, thou and Sheresh, thy son, at the end of the conduit of the upper pool in the highway of the fuller's field, and say unto him, Take heed and be quiet, fear not, neither be faint-hearted, for the 2 tails of these smoking firebrands.
These dudes that just keep talking S-H-I-T. They just talk. Don't worry about that. Read.
For the fierce anger of Rezin with Syria and of the son of Remaliah, because Syria, Ephraim, and the son of Remaliah have taken evil counsel against thee, saying, Let us go up against Judah and vex it, and let us make a breach therein for us, and set a king in the midst of it, even the son of Tabal.
We're going to have to stop there. We're going to have to stop there. Because it's going to get good. That's for the northern kingdom, but we have broke up. So, Rehoboam, King Solomon's son, he wasn't listening to his the people. It was like, well, take the heavy fetters that your father put up off of us and we'll be cool. But Rehoboam didn't take counsel. He took counsel of his stupid friends. And he wasn't thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's why counsel A before every enterprise. And so the northern kingdom was like, hey, to thy house, Jesse. You know what I'm saying? You go your way and we go our way. And that's what happened. Jeroboam set the idols in the land of Gad and the land of Samaria. So they wouldn't go to the northern kingdom to worship the Most High anymore. Now they was worshiping idols. And during this time, that's when the northern kingdom went into idols. All right. Next one will be chapter 9, verse 5, 6.
Come.
You get down?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and the garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. For unto a child is born, and to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
So, this is right here speaking of Yahweh Shai, his prophecy. All right, so all that stuff, that beef that happened between the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, he's going to come and put it all together. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, we fell apart. The Most High broke our bands. It's just so Yahweh Shai can bring us back together. The rolling blood. Hey. They said this right here. We're killing this over here and this. You know what I'm saying? Put on your garments. I'm talking about putting your knowledge and your wisdom. Put it on.
It's gonna be a day where Yahweh Shai comes and says, "Where your wedding dresses."
But this shall be with burning and for well of fire. Nuclear missiles. And for well of fire. Like everything is everywhere. Right? It is everywhere. That's why you read the scripture so you can break down the prophecy. Right? For unto us a child is born, right? Unto us a son is given. Was they talking about Moses when he was in the lake? Yeah. That river? Who was they talking about?
Yahweh Shai. That's how you know
He's
Yahweh Shai is
mentioned
in the Old Testament.
He's in the Tanakh. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he got those Old Testament Hebrews. You cut with this Isaiah 9, 5 to 6. You cut with that. Who's that? That's what you ask him. Who's that? Who is that? I want to know who's that. And then let's go somewhere else real quick. Then we're gonna prove. Are you gonna prove this wrong? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right.
Matthew
19, verse 16. And read the 26. Okay. I shall be born. Go ahead.
Matthew 19.
Hey, man. How is the Bible is right now? I be told up. Oh, well, drink a lot of water, man.
Matthew 19, verse 16.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You got it, Josiah?
Matthew
16, read the 26.
19, verse 16.
This is the book of Matthew, verse 19, verse 16. Chapter 19, verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life.
Who was asking this? It was a lawyer, right? It was a. Oh, it was one of the disciples. That's a different chapter. Salah. Go ahead.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into Salah, but if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
Keep the commandments. Christ said that. A commandment is a law is a commandment. You can't get one without the other. Go in that closet, clean it out every Tuesday.
That's a commandment.
That's a law. Every Tuesday. Yeah. I didn't say when it was going to stop. I just said every Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Read.
Verse 18. He said unto him, which Jesus said, Yahushua said, Thou shalt do no murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false.
What happened to you? If you listen to us, all good things happen. You're innocent. You have been found innocent. All right, read.
Verse 20. The young man said unto him, All these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? Yahushua said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor.
Ooh, if you want to be perfect, go sell what you have and give to the poor. If you want to be perfect. Read.
And thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me.
Because you can't follow me with all this shit. You can't. You got your nice fancy car. You can be there proud as hell.
You look like a Ferrari.
You just proud as a motherfucker.
They be proud of things that they can't take to the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna be, they could just be looking so pathetic. All right, they gonna get into the kingdom. And they be like, oh, where's my Ferrari? Where's my Rolex?
Oh, they ain't gonna get into the kingdom, but.
Well, no, they gonna be in the kingdom, right? They not gonna be the elect because they were just off. We
gonna be telling about themselves. Like, hey, we trying to tell you. We trying to tell you. Because we gonna remember what happened. They not. Read.
Verse 22. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions.
Ooh, he didn't want to give it up. Read.
Verse 23. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God.
Ooh. I want you to see you push that big motherfucker through a needle. Excuse my language. Push him through that needle. That's how the rich man.
It's not possible. That's basically saying that
he got his riches on earth. He worked for the riches on earth. I work for the riches in the kingdom because none of this will last. I can't take it with me. Why you want something that you can't take with you? If I had the money, I won't be poor, dirt poor, but my people will be good. You know? That's why he make us go through these tribulations. Go ahead.
Verse 25. When his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, Who then can be saved? But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, With men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible.
That's verse 25.
That's
26.
With God all things are possible. That's why you keep the laws. With God, all things are possible. So, who came to do the will of the Father? That's the law. That is the end of it. I want to say Barakatah to the elders at the Mashara Yasharala, the summit. Yeah, we are. I just want to say hi to all the brothers, Shalom. And salutations to the elders that rule well, you know, in the Mashara Yasharala, you know, they at the summit. They do their thing, they judging the people. That's what's up. Just want to say I wish I was there. You know, hey, next summit, it's cracking. And talks about how man, it's gonna be cracking, baby. I'll have me some vacation time. We trying to all go caravan, baby. Caravan. I'm trying to hit that summer, man. I'm trying to go, you know, on camp. I will be with the elders and chill out, you know.
If not, then hey.
Mariam,
Mariam Scott,
Rashalom, Yasha'Allah. Alright.
Excuse me, sir. Don't ever do that again in your life. You know what you do.
Bear with us, waiting on the powerful rhythm, Marakai. You know, last one, Kadash. Khan, bow down. When thou liest down and when thou risest up, and thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thine house and upon thy gates, that your days may be multiplied, and the days of your children in the land which thou sware unto thy fathers to give them, as the days of heaven upon the earth. For if ye shall diligently keep all these commandments which I command you to do them, to love your God, to walk in all his ways, and to cleave unto him, speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes upon the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon them the fringe of the borders of a ribbon of blue. Then it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments, and to do them, and that you seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after ye used to go a whoring, and that ye may remember and do all thy commandments. And be holy unto your God. I am your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am your God. Hallelujah.
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 Bashem.
Bashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Amen.
Amen.
Stand up, Mario. I'll pull chapter Exodus 20. All right, going to the 10 Commandments. Love thy neighbor. All right, love Yahweh. All right. Got it? All right. Anya.
Yahweh. All together.
Come. Anya.
Yahweh.
Allah. Ashar. Atazah. Afeka. Marataza. Mamatayim. La'a. Yahweh. Laka,
Laka,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Akarium,
Akarium,
Apanya,
Apanya,
La'a,
La'a,
Da'ansha,
Da'ansha,
Laka,
Laka,
Paso,
Paso,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Dabadam,
Dabadam,
La'a,
La'a,
Dalala,
Dalala,
Kawaka,
Kawaka,
Atha,
Atha,
Shum,
Shum,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bashim,
Bashim,
Zakar,
Zakar,
Haya,
Haya,
Wam,
Wam,
Hashabath,
Hashabat,
Kabad,
Kabab,
Akabah,
Kabab,
Wa,
Wa,
Amaka,
Amaka,
La'a,
La'a,
Daratazak,
Daratazak,
La'a,
La'a,
Danab'a,
Dana'a,
La'a,
La'a, Ba,
La'a,
La'a,
Danasha,
Danasha,
Shakur,
Shakur,
La'a,
La'a,
Danaka,
Danaka,
Call,
Call,
Asherah,
Asherah,
Araika.
Araika,
First greatest commandment. Hero Israel,
Hero Israel,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
our God,
our God,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
is one.
is one.
Thou shalt love,
Thou shalt love
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy God,
thy God,
with all thy heart,
with all thy heart,
with all thy soul,
with all thy soul,
with all thy might,
and with all thy might.
Second greatest commandment. La'a,
La'a,
the Quam,
the Quam,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
the Torah,
the Torah,
Atha,
Atha,
Banya,
Banya,
Amka,
Amka,
Wa, Asabah,
Asabah,
Laraika,
Laraika,
Kamawaka,
Kamawaka,
Anya,
Aya,
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Sabbath day and hallow. Honor thy father and thy mother, that may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Bashim.
Bashim.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Mashiach.
Hamashiach.
Ama.
Ama.
Zechariah 1.
Zechariah 1.
No,
Okay.
no. Zechariah 1. Hasha'ash. Memorial of the woman. Now when Yahushua was in Bethlehem, in the house of Simeon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box, a very precious ointment, and poured it on his head. And he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for 300 pence, 1 year's wages, and given to the poor. When Yahushua understood it, he said unto them, Why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say to you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached of the whole world, there shall also this that the woman hath not done foretold me for you. Hallelujah.
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 Bashim.
Bashim.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Mashiach.
Hamashiach.
Amen.
Amen.
Sisters, be seated. All right. Mariam, Barak, Yahweh Shimi Asharaktam.
Yahweh Shimi Asharakta.
Kom Yashua.
Kom Yashua.
Kom Yashua.
Kom Yashua.
Kom Yashua.
Kom Yashua.
Hallelujah.
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 All right, sisters, stand up, please.
You know the salute?
Yes.
Yahweh Shema.
Huh?
I think it's Yahweh Shema.
How Shema I done? How Shema I done?
Okay,
said it.
got it.
Go ahead.
All right, blessing for sisters. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Shamar Ata. Shamar Ata.
Hold on.
But for all of them,
Yes,
right?
For the sisters, right?
It's both of them.
How Shema I done?
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Shamar Atam.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Let's do it again. He's just saying it. Are you saying it to them?
Yeah, I'm saying it to them.
Okay, come.
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Shamar Atam.